Pisces, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your July 2025 monthly tarot reading. This is where we're going to, look at that, the star card, lots coming out here. Okay. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of July. This could be a big month for you with all those cards falling out, Pisces, but I will tell you we also have Uranus moving into the sign of Gemini. It has been in Taurus for the last 7 years, so this is big energy shifts, as well as retrograde season does begin here in July with Neptune, Mercury, Saturn, and Chiron all retrograding this month. So lots of slowdown energy, reviewing, reassessing, figuring out what it is that we want to change in our lives to be able to move forward in a better way in the future. So really take a look at those areas of your life, Pisces. I will leave the link below for those mid-June to mid-July career readings, and all of the important dates are below for July. So let's get right into it. You start off with the Two of Pentacles, an important decision possibly to make, Pisces, over your finances, as well as the Hierophant card. Taurus energy there could be symbolizing Uranus moving out of Taurus. King of Cups in the reverse, as well as the Page of Cups. So 2 court cards, both cups there that second week. Third week finds you with the King of Pentacles. Some type of money decision could culminate from that 2 of Pentacles, as well as the 6 of Wands in reverse. By the time you were rounding out July, 5 of Swords. Watch your back, Pisces. Make sure the people around you are for your highest good. And we finish up with the Queen of Cups. So you actually have 3 court cards in the Cups suit. So very interesting there. Possibly emotional, intuitive insight coming in for you this month. Okay, let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you a card representing the energy you bring into the month of July. This could have been energy you were dealing with back in June. Spirit, if you can send my Pisces a card representing the energy they bring into July. And look at that, another cup card. King of Cups in reverse. So you do have the King of Cups here that second week of the month. So I do think that many of you all are dealing with some type of emotional, intuitive insight that could be from higher vantage points, meaning like maybe you are able to tap into how people are feeling around you, possibly being able to see the big picture. Maybe you are having some type of dream states coming in. And I do think with the King of Cups, who is a very emotionally connected king, I do think for many of you all, this is going to continue throughout the month of July. Now, you all are a water sign, so you all are naturally intuitive, but I do think this month something comes to you that's even bigger than what you have been used to. And I do think that's going to be a big sign for you, Pisces, because I do think as you move through the month, really pay attention to the people who come into your life that are possibly have some higher influence. It just feels like there's really important people that you're dealing with between that King of Pentacles, all of these court cards, okay? So just really pay attention to that. So let's ask Spirit to send you an oracle message card for the month of July. Spirit, if you can send my Pisceans oracle message card. And you have Ace of Air. Beautiful depiction of the Ace of Air. So brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So the Ace of Air, similar to the Ace of Swords, is also clarity coming in. For many of you all, you are facing something new, but you all are being able to connect to your higher self, and you're able to see the insights coming in almost before they come, okay? So I do feel like you all are like intuitively connected this month, and I also feel like some type of situation is cleared up this month. So really nice to see, Pisces, a very ethereal type messaging coming in here. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has for you as we move through the month. 2 of Pentacles, the Hierophant in reverse. We do begin July off the heels of Mercury in Leo entering retrograde shadow on June 30th. And then once we move into July 4th is a big day. Neptune turns retrograde in Aries. Venus is conjunct Uranus in Taurus at that last 29th degree. I will tell you, I do think that Hierophant coming through here is that Taurus energy. With it in reverse, it feels like there's a big decision you have on your hands. If you have been interviewing for jobs, you could get 2 job offers. If you have been interviewing for prospective employees, this could also be, 2 different candidates have really good matching skills. But it does feel like something here is the higher ups do not agree with your decision, or you're needing to make a decision that the higher ups have to be able to, you have to answer to them, right? So it does feel like this is going to be a time, especially around the 4th, Venus entering Gemini. You could have some really big news to share with people, to share with the board, to share with your clients. This also could be clients. This could be people that you're having to report to, bringing them 2 different money ideas, 2 different decisions, 2 different options. So really pay attention to what is it that comes that first week of July, but also this is leading up to that Uranus entering Gemini. So that definitely could be carrying over into that time of the 7th. Now, by the time we get to the 7th, this is that big day of the month. July 7th, Uranus enters Gemini until November, and that let's start again. Uranus enters Gemini on the 7th. It will stay there until November 7th, when it will actually retrograde back into Taurus. So this is just like a sneak peek of Uranus in Gemini. And this Page of Cups, King of Cups, both in reverse. This is more of that intuitive insight, but I do think that there's people trying to bring you information that you don't sense or you don't see, especially with them both in reverse. And I do think that Capricorn full moon on July 10th will highlight where it is that people in charge, people who have power, are trying to bring you information. And I do think that you are trying to weed out who is for your highest good and who isn't. And I think that's going to be very important, especially as you move through Mercury retrograde, which begins on July 18th. So be prepared for people coming to you, but be prepared also for you to use your insight, use your intuition. Make sure that these people are for your highest good. And I do think that by time you get to that 3rd week of July, Sun enters Leo on the 22nd, as well as a Leo new moon on the 24th. During this time, I do think that there is a job offer, money conversations are taking hand. Even though the 6 of Wands is in reverse, I do feel like you could be passed over for a job, but it feels like something better is on the way. This King of Pentacles is like, yeah, we know you interviewed for, a junior position, but with your background, we actually think that you would be really good as a senior position, something like that. It just feels like you are passed over, but it's for your betterment. And actually, this King of Pentacles is someone who understands and sees your value more than you do. So I think that's really important, especially around that Leo new moon. So congratulations on that if that fits your situation. Now, by the time we are leaving out of July, 5 of Swords, Queen of Cups, this feels like people around you have been, I don't want to necessarily say lying, but conveniently keeping information out of a conversation. It does feel like Chiron in Aries retrograde starting on July 30th could also symbolize maybe feeling in your feelings or being in your feelings. Queen of Cups, someone is trying to help you, but you don't see it because of whoever this conversation, quarrel, strife is. This feels like it's bigger than what you were thinking it was going to be, and you're actually ignoring people who are trying trying to help. So really pay attention to that. I do think you do have people around you. Venus enters Cancer on the 30th. I do think people around you are really trying to help you. But I do think that on the 25th, when the sun is opposing Pluto, Leo, and Aquarius there, I do think that's when some of this opposition occurs. So really pay attention to who you are giving information to, but also make sure that you are giving good information out, okay? So that is important as well. So Pisces, I do think that July is going to be a good month for you. Lots of money conversations taking place. I also think you have some really important people that you are conversing with. Maybe you are one of those important people having to make big decisions. And I do think that by time you leave out of July and head into August, you all are on some new track here. And I especially think with that Ace of Air, even though it's a challenging beginning, I do think clarity comes in once we move through these retrogrades. So I hope this was helpful for you, Pisces. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you haven't subscribed to Scorpio Soul Time, I would love if you would. Talk to you later.